Hello folks. Okay, so today I'm going to gather some rose hips. And rose hips are small red little berries on rose bushes, if you don't know that. And I'm gonna make rose hip soup. It is a Swedish thing, very common in Sweden. And I'm going to basically record the entire process of how to actually make this soup. Now, making this soup is very easy. It's just cleaning the berries and stuff. That takes a long time. Not cleaning, but preparing the berries. That is a very long and tedious process. But after you're done with that, then it's very simple, easy to make this soup, and it's very good for you. It has tons of vitamin C, and it's very good if you have a flu or cold or something like that. So let's get started by picking these things. So these are the berries, if you can find it. Pick them. And here's one as well. Oh, that one was soft. Let's take that one. Okay, let's see now. It's very sunny here. Can't see anything. So these are the berries. That's how they look like. And that's what basically what you need to do after you gather them is remove this top, remove this thing, and of course these things, and then basically that's it. Just cut this top off and you're done with that berry, and do it for every berry you can. And then I'm just gonna pick them, and that's the bush. Okay, this is how much I got from those two bushes. It's yeah, a little bit of it's quite a bit. It's nice, and I've gathered some more before off camera as well. So I'm gonna show you all that later and how to clean them. All right, that's it. Okay, so now I've gathered a whole bucket full of these things, and I'm just gonna show you how to prepare them before you cook them. So you see these, you just put to take these tops off. Basically, just cut them off like this, and you're done. Just take another one, cut these off like that, and do that for every single one, and of course cut these off as well. And that's what you need to do. And this is the tedious process. This is the one that's going to take you many hours, depending on how many you have, of course. So you just have to keep doing this. Put on some music if you have to, or have a clown, whatever. So yeah, that's it. And you just do that, and I'm gonna do that. It's gonna take several hours for me. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna show you how it looks like later on. Okay, so now I have cleaned these, cut the tops off of these ones, and I'm just going to rinse them with water and clean them with water. But before I do that, I wanted to show this thing. Do you see these guys? These are little small worms. They live inside these things, and there's a bunch of them. You won't be able to get every single one of them because they actually live inside inside the meat of this. So you won't be able to get them. It's fine to actually leave them there, but you should clean them, take them away as best as you can. But I'm just saying, you won't be able to get every single one of these things. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, so now I'm going to put them in on this one. You can, if you don't have a big one like this I have, you can just basically put them in a sieve like this, clean them with water and everything, and then pour them into a new pot and everything. But I have a big one, so, which I'm going to be using instead, so that's gonna be fine. So I'm going to clean them now, and I'm gonna come back with you to you later when I'm done with that. So see you then. Okay, so what you want to do now is measure it up in weight, and I'm gonna measure up in kilograms. I'd rather have 2 kilograms in this pot, so this would be my 3rd kilogram. And I don't know where you can get this kind of scale. You just have to look for one if you don't have one. So yeah. So there you go. That's now I have 3 kilograms over here. So now that you have measured up 4.5 kilograms in this one. So for every kilogram of these rose hips, you need 1 liter to 1.5 liter. It depends on how much water you want, depends on how strong you want the taste to be. The more water, the more diluted it will be, and the less taste it will be. Generally it is between 1 and 1.5 liter per kilogram. So that's what I'm going to do now. So we're going to pour water in this pot and heat it up. Do not let it boil because that's going to spoil it. So you just heat up the water and crush these rose hips a little bit to remove the juice. And that's basically the soup you will get. So you pour that water out into another pot, and that is the soup. You add sugar to that water, and that's your rose hip soup. Okay, so there's 4 liters water in this pot. I wanted 5, but it didn't fit. So I'm gonna pour some more water later on after this is done. It will be completely fine. Okay, so now it's still going on. I'm just gonna crush it a bit, some more. And later on, I think I'm gonna use that thing to crush this up a little bit more, because this thing doesn't really cut it. I mean, it's good for starter. But yeah, I'm gonna try to use the other machine to crush these things. And basically that's how you do it. And the water that you're left with here, that's your soup. Of course you have to use to filter out these things, the crap out of this. So I'm gonna use that to filter later on all this crap. Oops, there you go. And I'm gonna let it be like this for a little while more, and for like 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna use that thing. So yeah.
Tätä henne ska ha.
So this is our second time around. We crushed them with the machine and we poured water in that. 4 liters this time. 1 liter because we missed 1 liter before, and 3 liters for a second batch, so it will even itself out. And when you crush them with a machine, or crush them more finely, you will get a little bit thicker soup, which people may prefer. So just keep that in mind. The more finely or refined crushed you will get them, the thicker soup you will get. And thick soup is nice. And then once it has a steady temperature, low temperature, because you don't want it to boil, not too much at least, you can let it boil but not too much, then just let it sit there for about 30 minutes, and once you're done, just filter it out again, the major stuff with that, then take that and filter it out with a fine rag and everything. Ugh, that's not what I want. Because this stuff, you do not want that stuff in your soup. That is the pure soup that you want, and then you just add sugar, as much sugar as you want or as little sugar as you want. It's all up to you how you want it to taste, and then you're done. That's your rosehip soup. Put it into jars and store it for later, and you can also freeze it if you want, and it will last quite a long time actually if you store it. It can last for months if you have stored it correctly and everything. Okay, so now we're done, and this is what it all we have. From 4.5 kilograms roast hips, this is the soup we have. Now we're just going to heat the soup up a little bit and heat up jars in the oven so that later we can pour the soup into the jars and store it. The reason why you heat up the jars and the soup is so that it will last longer if you pour warm soup into warm jars. It will last longer in the storage. So you can you don't have to stress eat this soup.
Det är vacker färg. Äkta grejer. Ska vi se.